And we're back. You know, Facebook don't like us to be great, but we're gonna be great anyway. I do want to apologize to Trent Cruz. We did have Trent Cruz here, but we will have him back. Um, I will try to get him back up here and see what's going on. Try to see what's going on, but we're going to move on to our next guest. I do apologize again. We had a technical difficulty where we lost Trent, but that was a great interview. We were kind of exiting out of it anyway. So if he does pop back in, I would definitely have him come back up. But I do want to move on to our next guest. Yeah, so I do want to move on to our next guest. I do have Premier here. I do want to add him on. Going on here. Again, I do apologize for the technical difficulties, but you know we're going to be great anyway. And we ain't going to stop. We ain't stopping. We ain't stopping. And of course, when I'm by myself, all this crazy shit want to happen. But Cruz, um, Premier, I just wanted to let you know that we're going to come get you. I'm going to call Trent real quick right back so we can end it, and then I'm going to come back and get you on, all right?
Okay, that sounds fair.
Okay. Back on. If not, okay, so we're going to just move on. Shout out to Trent. If you are still watching, I do apologize for the Facebook cutoff, but we're just gonna move on to Premiere. So as right now, we got Chasing Dallas star Premiere Tom coming. He's gonna shut it down. Here we go. Look at look Tom coming. I've been waiting for this.
I ready to start my shit. What's going on?
Look. I already knew you was ready to start that shit. Look, I'm mad I ain't got my partner in crime here because he be with the shits too, and he's a really big fan of yours. So we all are. So
Yes. Well, I'm so happy to be here, and I'm ready. Like, what's good?
let's go. So before we get started, we like to do a little things a little different. Before we get into Chasing Dallas, let's go a little bit before. And let's start off with your social media and where they can find you at.
Okay, you can find me at Premiere88. Premiere is spelled like Premiere. Last two numbers, 88. Premiere 88. That's on Instagram. On Facebook, you can find me at Premiere Thompson. So, yep.
Okay, cool. You know what I need to do? I was just told by my mentor that I need to change all my social media to the same thing because I'd be the same way. I'd be like, Instagram is this, Facebook is this is this, and I got to put everything the same so that it can match up. But
Yeah, it's easier that way. It's just easier.
yeah, it's a lot easier for people to find us. But what I do want to ask you is, let's go back a little bit and let's get back into Premiere. And when did that name develop? When did you were like, okay, I'm Premiere and let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. So Premiere was born. For those who don't know, I was in the ball scene. I did the ball scene for about 3 to 4 years. So if you guys know about the ball scene, that consists of voguing, um, realness, all those different categories. If you watch them pose, you're familiar with the ball scene. Um, so I started that in LA. I was part of the House of Escada. Shout out to the Escada. That's my old house. So I used to, this is a fun fact for those who don't know, I used to vote. And so within that, Premiere was born. And I was like, I don't want to go by my real name because that sounds whack. My real name is Dion. Um,
Right.
I was like, I want like a spicy ass name, like something that's gonna get the girls up, you know, like.
Right, right, right.
And so when I think of premiere, I think of it's it's the first of something, the first time you're gonna see it, never been done, like, you know what I'm saying? So it always stuck with me, and so that's kind of where it came from.
That's dope. I like that. I like that. I like to ask people where they get their name from and how they started, because I feel like that's a big part of who they are today. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And when you keep your name, that means it has something with you. So I want people to get into who you are and why, we're calling you Premier. So let's get into, so with the ballroom, and you did all of that. So you gotten really, I would say you gotten really popular in the ballroom scene from Vogan.
So, yeah, I would say so. Like, I made a lot of noise in LA. I was like one of the first members of the House of Escada out there. Then when I transitioned to Dallas, not transitioned, when I moved to Dallas, um, I was one of the first members here. So the chapter had just started in Dallas. So I was like one of the overseers, I guess you could say. So, my time in ballroom was super fun. I have nothing negative to say about ballroom. Ballroom taught me so much. The house that I was in was so uplifting. We were all like brothers and sisters. We took trips together. Everyone had real things going on. Like, so that's why I love the House of Escada. If I ever went back to ballroom, which I probably won't, I would definitely go back to that house. But yeah, I want up again, honestly. Like I was actually.
So fast forward. Let me ask you. You probably know, but when you got the initial hit up of that you're gonna be on Chasing Dallas, why do you feel like you were the one picked for that?
Um, I'm a humble person, but I'm gonna answer your question. Okay, so I don't want this taken out of context. But honestly, I feel like when I saw Reese and like when I saw that we connected, I felt like he immediately was engaged. Like, okay, it's something about this person. I want to get to know him, and he told me that. Like,
Right.
we actually, real quick story, met in the club one night, and he came up to me. And he was like, "What is this? Like, what is your name? Like, what are you about?" And mind you, I think I had on like a lambskin sweater, like just looking crazy. I'm very different, and so that always like my fashion, my aura speaks before I even walk into the room. 9 times out of 10. So I do just feel like it was just that, like just me being me, the vibe I was giving off, and yeah, so it was like instant. I was like, I'm with
Hello.
it.
They can't have a show without the premiere of it, right?
Hello, the holiday bitch on the show. What's up?
Hello. Sure. So we get into the show, and you're filming, right? So you're on it and you're casted. Did you know your cast members before airing?
That's a great question. That's what made it very scary because I didn't know nobody. I was like, who are these people? I do not know them. Like, are they gonna like me? You know what I'm saying? Will we have anything in common? Blase, blase. Um, so I feel like me and Markel were actually entering a group of people who already had history. So
Right.
that's why you kind of see with me, I'm not really in a lot of drama per se, like, because I really don't know these guys yet. Well, I'm getting to know them still. You know what I'm saying? So like they had like past beefs. Some people had each other. Whatever they had going on, that was already there. So I was just a new guy. Like, hey, I'm here. So
Right. Right.
yeah. So it made it very intimidating. I'm not gonna lie, because they already had history.
And that's what I was gonna ask. So getting into something that you're not familiar with, you don't know the people, was that an intimidating, thing going into it? Were you kind of nervous, or you're like, I'm Premier and I got this regardless of who's on it?
You know what's funny? Like, I kid you not. Like, and I can see how like when I watch like Love and Hip Hop or like these other shows, and or even when you meet these people outside of the show, it's like, damn, that bitch really is not like that. I'm telling you, like when the cameras come on, are like when you are entering a scene, something just takes over you. Like if you are
Mm.
extra shady, you're gonna be more shadier. Like if you messy, you may be more. That's not for everybody. But for me, I felt like as soon as I entered the room, I just had to turn it on. Number one, I know how gay boys are, or they can be. So I just always felt like I had to turn it on. So I was ready every time. I'm like, "What's up? Who's looking at you? What you gonna say? What you gotta say? What's up?" Like I was ready.
Right. So we you know, episodes in, are you happy with how you portrayed yourself when looking back?
I am. You know what? Because this that's the real me. The real me you see. Like I like to be. I'm very shady. I'm playful, shady. Like that's just who I am. That's how me and my friends. That's how we keep with each other. Like, and so I mean, you saw a lot of that. And I think if I'm on season 2, you'll see more of just like the business aspect of Premiere and what he does and how he makes his money and the hustle. But just as far as just yeah, I like the way I presented myself. Yeah.
I know that's right. Look, Mr. Cocky over here. No, so okay, so you know you're on it. We, you know, episode 1 airs. Give me your take on that because I know it's one thing filming it, but watching it back, seeing it, and then getting the response, the amazing response that it's gotten.
Yeah.
What is that like? You know, and what's your feeling behind watching episode number 1?
It was dope because I honestly, like I said, I was very hesitant at first to even like be a part of it because I was like, when Reese hit me up, I'm like, oh, this sound like some some old play shit. I don't know what it's gonna give, but I went along with it because I trusted his vision. So when I'm like watching like the trailer drop, and then I'm on Twitter and Facebook, and then initially like the day it dropped. When I say like all of Dallas, like it was not a bitch in Dallas who was not talking about it, posting it. Like we had the city in a whole uproar, and I was like, damn, like this is really something.
Right, right,
So
right.
when the first episode airs, I, okay, so it started off with me coming out the shower and like my print was showing, and I was just like, now why would they do that?
Why?
Why would they put that print up there like that? But it was cool. It's good. I mean, I like the response it's been getting. I will keep it real though. I do feel like the most. I feel like we have people in Dallas who support us, but then a lot of people in the city have kind of been like not really motivating and not really supportive. Like there was like a live that happened
Right,
that
right.
day, like 1,000 comments of people just reading us, and I was just like, damn, I'm not used to that. So you have to have tough skin. Even on YouTube, you have to have tough skin. Them comments are nasty.
Oh,
Nasty.
and you know what? You know, doing this, and you know, we changed our platform to YouTube, and we've been getting a lot more exposure, and you know, a lot of people coming. Like I'm in Orlando now, and the Uber driver that I was in, he was just like he kept looking, and I was doing a little live video talking about something. I'm in Orlando and stuff like that, and he kept looking, and he was like, "You're the guy from that YouTube show." Let me tell you
Uh-huh.
something. That shit had me so gassed. You had no
No, it's
idea.
so true. I'm telling you, like, there's so many people who watch and you don't even know. Like, you never know who is watching. Like, I was watching y'all before, like, yeah, I knew who
Right.
you was. So,
Dope. Thank you, man. And that's
yeah.
dope because my whole thing is, and what you said about the comments, that's what I'm scared of because my most favorite thing on social media is the comments. When I see a post, I go straight to the comments because the comments would be more funny than the damn post
Oh,
be.
no. But you know what? It'd be funny because, like, me, like, I'm shady as fuck. So, can I cuss on here? Uh, can I cuss?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Uh, no, I'm real shady. So, like, I don't mind that. Like, they talk about, like, our fashion and this and that and our makeup. I don't wear makeup, but they really be
Hello.
going in. But that don't bother me. Like I'm here for all of that. Like I like that. Like that's happy that we took a break because I feel like this second part, well, we took a mid-season break. So going into the second half, you guys will get to see more of us just being human beings. I feel like we saw the shadiness, we see the cattiness. I feel particularly for me, next episode will be me, where I come from.
Right. Look, so these comments are talking about something. You vogue down, you read down, the shavy real. So like, has from what I've seen, I could see you being one of the fan favorites. Has most of the comments been very encouraging? Have they been more like, oh, we fuck with you versus, oh, you look crazy or you acting crazy or whatever?
I think most of the comments being like they've been cool. I mean, they've been cool. You get either or. I think everybody keeps saying with me is that they feel like I'm cocky. I don't get that. I don't know, but they be like, oh, Premier needs to. I think it was my introduction because I was like, oh, I'm a socialite. Everybody knows my name, and I think that kind of stuck with people.
Right.
But if you watch the show back, like I'm really the mediator. Like I'm looking like I just be there for the shit. Like why are we arguing? So what's the tea? Why is your problem? What's your problem with him? What's the problem with her? So I don't know nothing. I don't know.
How has your DMs? I know your DMs and your inbox has been flooded.
Them DMs is nice. Them DMs is stupid.
I bet it got to be stupid.
Oh yes, like the DMs has been like what? Oh yes, baby, dates on dates on dates.
Do you go out in public? And like people are like, oh my God, that's Premier. Like, oh, I see your show and stuff like that. Do you get a lot of that?
So I would say yes. Yeah, like so we went out last week. Well, I'm sorry, Sunday, to a club and like they had like a little drag show and like all the people kept turning around like trying to talk to me and I actually got in trouble because the lady was like, you messing up my drag show, because I guess everybody was like, oh, Premier is here. And now that I'm on the show, I really try not to go out as much anymore. I try to like wait for stuff that's worth going out, if you know what I'm saying. But overall, hell yeah, like I've been at the 7-Eleven, a girl was like, I know you, like in the mall, like crazy.
Okay, so I know everybody's waiting for, I got my questions out the way. I know everybody's waiting for the shits. And everybody wants you to talk about what's going on in this show and what's going on. So,
okay.
although there hasn't been, from my recollection, a lot of drama stemmed around you.
No.
So, is that something that we can look forward to seeing? Not that we want to see you in drama, but is there more drama coming your way? Or is there something you can say now that's happened now that you don't like, or there's people that you don't mess with?
Damn. Oh, that was a lot. Let me see where I want to go with this. Okay, I would say this. I genuinely don't have a problem with nobody on the show. I feel like two people who I can literally call if my tire was flat or if I was stuck in the middle of anywhere, and they would come and get me, and I built a bond with, and that would be Markel and Reese. I feel like these are like-minded people, like we have the same things in common, like I can call them. I'm just gonna be honest, I don't really know the other girls like that. I don't have no issue with nobody. My only issue is I don't have an issue with Charles, right? I just feel like I don't like how Charles, like, first of all, just like behind the scenes, everybody promoted the season, like we posted the trailers on Facebook. That was our job, like, so Facebook, Twitter, like, come on this type of platform, talk about it. And I just feel like some people have experience, but you want to be on the show. Help us do the backwards, to help us do our stories, to help us take this I put a name to it, Charles. I'm like the only person I don't really post about it.
Right.
But as far as like, yeah, everybody else is cool. I ain't got no problem with nobody. These girls know better.
I know that's right. So, okay, Markel says a lot of noise. Can everybody hear me clear? Clear? Can you hear
It
me?
is a little bit staticky. I don't know what happened.
That's this waterfall behind me. Let me see if I can move. Maybe it's the waterfall area. Let me see.
Okay.
Can you hear me better now?
I can hear you. You clear.
Okay, let me. I had to move my location.
you was giving off a
Over here. Right.
say, have I been drinking?
I took away my
Yes.
little background noise and my tranquility, but now, so
Yeah.
let's get more into what Premiere is doing, and outside of the show, what does Premiere do? Outside of what we see on Chasing Dallas.
So I feel like go back a little bit. Like for me personally, like I am the definition of Chasing Dallas because I give the rest of the cast like they flowers. Like a lot of them already have like Markel has 2 books out. Reese has like published work. And some of the other casts have published work, and I tip my hat off to them. So I really feel like I am the definition of Chasing Dallas. So you're gonna see if I come back to season 2. If I come back, you'll see the growth and you'll see like what I'm working on. And so like interior design just came to me like last year. This is just a I feel I like it just came to me one day and I said, I've always naturally good at it, but I was like, this could be like I can get some money off. So I've done like small projects for different people around DFW. Still trying to get myself out there. And now it's about like building a website, showcasing my work, continuing to like just get out there and network and let people know I'm here doing interior design, whatever. And then the next thing is on a product. I feel like everyone on the cast has something that they can like sell.
See you tomorrow.
Interior design, like you're offering a service. So I'm thinking about doing pillows. I think that's my next thing. Premiere's pillows, like, and basically they'll be hand sewn by me. I know how to sew, and I want each of the pillows to have a different saying from pop culture on the back.
Oh, cool.
And that's kind of like what will set me apart from everyone else. This is a pillow. Product placement.
Hello.
I sewed this myself.
Oh,
yes.
Did you?
Yes, and she goes like this. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's just now about, okay, you know what you want to do. You got the money to do it. You got people behind you. So just placing A, B, C here, and boom, like just taking it off. But it's gonna happen fast for me. Like I feel it in my spirit. Like it's gonna happen really fast. So right now I'm just brainstorming. So season 2, I'm gonna be like really, really, really in my bag.
I'm gonna need the Royal Couch pillow.
Oh yes, I got you.
For real. We're gonna have to make that work. We're gonna have to make something work and support. I'm gonna support the cause for real. And I see what you're saying, where you're like, you're the epitome of Chasing Dallas because you hear the term Chasing Dallas, so you think of people that hasn't really got there yet and is chasing that bag. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I could definitely understand where you're coming from. But I feel like chasing can come in all different forms. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that they have a little bit of a bag already doesn't mean that they're not chasing for more. You know what I'm saying? Or for bigger or better, get the exposure. Like you said, Markel had the books. So I know this platform, y'all shows hit over 100 100,000 views each episode.
Yeah.
So with that being said, that's 100,000 more people that's gonna know about his book, that's gonna know about your pillows, that's gonna know about all of that stuff. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's definitely dope. So what do you do on your free time? What does Premier do?
Premier travels all the time. I'm always gone. Like, I'm always traveling. I love traveling. Traveling is like zen to me. Like when I have anxiety or I just feel down or negative, I hop on a plane, like, and I'll go places by myself. I love to travel. I love to see the world. I think that's really important. I'm a big foodie too. I love to eat. I drink. Like being around my friends, I'm very family oriented. Like I'm a regular ass dude. All those things bring me joy.
My partner, my brother, he will bond with you a lot because a lot of the things you say he does a lot. Like he's really with that Zen thing and loves to travel and especially food. Do you cook? Since you like to eat, do you cook? You know how to cook?
You want to know what's crazy? Literally, I'm not even gonna lie to you because I'm gonna keep it 100. I probably have 4 pans in my house, like 4 pans. That's it, and I cook the same shit on there, like eggs. I can cook breakfast. Like,
you and my brother the same. I swear to God, he will say the same thing.
I can't cook nothing else.
The pans that he does, the 4 pans he does have, is only because I got it for him. Because I go in there and cook.
No, those were a gift too. Somebody was like, "Here, you need these." Like, I'll eat out every day. Like, I just had Jack in the Box. Like, I eat out every day. I need to learn how to cook though.
Well, it's not that hard. So, let's start to wrap this up. Give me something, right? Now, you say it's chasing, we're talking about chasing and, you're chasing your bag. Since you're in that process and you're still going, what's something that you can advise somebody else that's coming behind you that doesn't have the exposure that you have right now and didn't come up in the ballroom scene and didn't, have that little name behind them? So what can you tell them that can help them get to at least your platform or something bigger?
Man, you gotta be yourself. You gotta be yourself, and you really gotta just grow with the ones, like, what's the saying? Stay down with your A1s. Like, literally, like, grow with the people who you came up with. Like, I think for me, what hurt me, there was a stage in my game life where I wanted to know everybody. I wanted to hang out with everybody. I didn't care. Like, I could have heard something about me. I didn't care. I wanted to hang out with them. I wanted to see them. I wanted to be taking pictures with them and shit like that. And my friends, my real friends, I'm sure they were looking at me like, bitch. And then it caused me to get into risk with people. And everybody just ain't there for you. So just stay yourself. People around you. Or if you're going to meet new people, just make sure people are there for you. And have the same, want to see the same for you like you want to see for yourself. But that's really it. I mean, just be yourself, and the rest of it.
That's dope. I'm glad that you honestly, I watch these shows and you only, like I said before, we only get one aspect of the, you guys watching this show. But I do feel like, watching you on this show, and I'm not just being biased because you're here, but I do feel like watching you on the show has really, I love your character on the show. I love who you are because, like I said, there hasn't been a lot of drama stemmed around you, and you can tell that you're out there about your business. And I think people probably think you're cocky or something like that because of the facade that you give. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that, when you're not with the bull and you're not with the pettiness, then people take that as being stuck up and they expect you to be messy and catty and stuff.
Yeah.
So I admire that because, what I mean, that we have to have, Love and Hip Hop has the Rashida, Rashida's not messy and stuff like that, but everyone loves her and stuff like that. And that's the kind of realm I see you in, like that type of where it's like, I'm here for the shits, but I'm not messy with the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, and I really admire that about you. I really do.
So that's like perfectly said. Like I always say, I would be like, people think Cynthia Bailey is boring, but I love Cynthia Bailey. I feel like she's just so classy. Like she will turn up if she has to, but for the most part, she's just poised and classy. Over time, she learned how to throw shade, but so I guess she could be shady too. But that's good for me. Rashida, give me Rashida, Cynthia. I'm cool. I don't need all the other stuff, man.
Yeah, and that's good because it needs to balance. Everybody can't be off the top crazy, going, fighting and stuff like that. So that's dope. I definitely could see that, and I can definitely relate you to Cynthia as well. So, is there anything that you want to tell your viewers, your fans, that they don't know from watching the show? Is there one thing that you want to let everybody know? Maybe that you have something on you, like, oh my God, I just wish people would stop thinking this, or I want people to know that. What would that be?
Man, you know what? As I gotten older, I realized that whatever people perceive you as is just what they're gonna perceive you as. So I feel like I've reached the age where it's not so much how I want you to or what I want to clear up or anything. Like, if you feel I'm some type of way, maybe that's just how you're gonna feel. What do I want to clear up? I just want to clear up that you can come up to me if you see me out. I'm all about supporting. Of course, the African American community, the LGBT community. I'm so for that. Like, that's me. That's who I am. I like to see people happy and winning. Yeah, I'm just a positive guy. For all the bullshit and I really am positive. Like, when it comes to me, for moral support.
That's dope. Look, you're a really dope individual. You see, you sometimes that's why I like doing these interviews, because honestly, it puts you in a different mindset and kind of takes you away from just what I see on TV or what people see on TV. So that's why I like to do this. And like I say all the time, we have a lot of ratchetness out here. So, this is something that I want to steer clear of. And I'm glad we can have this talk and have this conversation on, like you said, a classy way where you just release your stuff. We can have fun and be messy a little bit, but for the main part, I want to show that we're supporting and we're lifting each other up, whatever case it be. So before I let you go, is there anything else you would like to let the world know?
Oh, one more thing. This has been changing my life personally. Like, of course, I believe in God and everything, but I'm just letting, if anybody's out there, like, if you like going through something or like you just like don't know, holistic, like getting into holistic practices. Oh my gosh, that has changed me. Like, holistic practices have literally changed me. Like, it's made me a different person. I'm not going to get deep into it, but if you are just feeling overwhelmed or anxious or like, you know what you're going, like stage burning practices, like shit like that, you're right. So I
look at that. That's
yeah. Like, I just want to
look, and you never would think that people have this mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just never know. You know what I mean? And you're probably putting a lot of people onto some things that may help somebody.
And then in the Black community, we think anything that's not with the church is the devil, and it's really not. It's okay sometimes to pick from different, religions or practices. Like, there's some things like Buddhism that I pull from, and just different things like that's helped me on my journey and like this whole soul searching journey. And that's why I've been so happy the last 2-3 years. Like, I've just been so happy. Like, there's no stress.
That is dope. That is dope.
It's just a really good feeling. So if you're going through that, definitely look into that. Like, it'll change your life. Chakras, all of that. B King is on here. B King know what I'm talking about.
Yes, B King. Shout out to B King. Look, the whole cast of Chase of Dallas had viewed in once at a time. Tony was in here, Barkel, Reese, B King. The whole cast is pretty much in here. But Thank you, yo. Thank you for coming on here. Thank you for being a part of this. I know we had a little bit of technical difficulties earlier, but the
Yeah.
show must go on. I do want you to know, though, this will be here, and I'm going to definitely be adding all of this to YouTube. So make sure you guys, you go to our YouTube and go subscribe to The Royal Couch. That's DA Royal Couch. And make sure you go like and share and all that good stuff with social media. We have Premier here. Again, let everybody know what your social media is.
Okay, so it's Premier, Premiere 88. That's the year I was born. Premier 88 on Instagram, and on Facebook it's Premier, but the same way Thompson. So yeah, that's it. And thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I feel like we need to get you like as an official after show Chasing Reality brand or something. 'Cause I like
Yes, I want. Listen, I want to do something. And me and Rishi was talking and stuff, so we're gonna set something up till we have an official.
Because you know you can go live on YouTube now. That would be dope.
Yeah,
Like, after
that'd
the
be dope.
show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe we can start something up with that, and yeah, we'll see what was going on because me and Rishi was definitely talking about starting an official after show. So
Oh, and I gotta come back because I want to talk to Marquise too. That's my boo.
yes, we're gonna definitely have you come back and talk to Key. He was really disappointed because he wasn't here today, and he really wanted to be a part of this show because you know you're one of his favorites, and he really wanted to talk to you and stuff like that. So we're definitely gonna have you come back and make it happen. All right.
Okay, thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you, guys. I'm so happy. Look at all my people. So we're gonna end this off with our last interview. We're not gonna be too long, but